All right, Coach Bria, welcome back to Orlando. It's been a hot minute since you've been here. Last time was 2019. How was it being back in Orlando?
Well, it's good to be back here. I mean, I wish we could played a little better, been a little better, but I just have fond memories here. I mean, this is where I first started coaching as far as my first head Division I job. So UCF is a very special place to me. So it's been a little while since I've been here. The campus keeps growing, and y'all keep changing things, and it's very different. It's different every time I come here.
Yeah, the Knights ended up getting a huge jump on your team. What were you seeing out of that UCF offense out the gate?
Yeah, I mean, they're obviously they've got very good inside outside. They're big. I mean, we just I knew we needed to make some perimeter shots. We didn't make them in the first half. We did not make them, and I think for us we've got to hit some more of those threes. I mean, I thought we took them. I thought we had some open looks. We didn't make them, and that's really that can be. That can be a big difference for us to be, within 10, within 15 versus, we got down so early. I thought they jumped on us in the first quarter. I don't think we ever really recovered. I didn't think the second quarter was too bad, really even any of the other quarters. But the first quarter, we just got way behind. But they jumped on us, and we just could not score. Their defense is very good. They're very good defensively. They're very good. They're active. It's hard to see and to we couldn't get to the free throw line. I mean, a lot of those are good blocks. I mean, they're big. So for us, it's scoring on the perimeter, and at least against them, and we didn't do that today.
Well, I mean, Cameron Thomas was at least able to get a little bit there.
Yeah, she didn't. She plays the same way no matter who we play. That kid, she really goes hard, and she's in the gym every day shooting the basketball. I mean, she's always shooting. So. And she went in there a lot and got blocked, but she didn't care. And then, but she can really shoot it. But I think their defense was good, but I do think we had some open looks and they didn't go in for us today.
How did your head coaching debut at UCF kind of help shape you into the head coach that you've now been at Stetson for 17 years?
It was. The interesting thing is when I coached here, the circumstances which I got the job was very it was tough. Jerry Richardson was the head coach here. I was actually coming here to be an assistant coach, and the night I was driving here from Texas, he was killed in a tragic car wreck, and we were all shocked. I mean, when that happened, Jerry Richardson was beloved here. He was just beloved. They had come off an incredible season where they were like, I don't know, 6th or 7th place team, and they ended up winning the tournament, and UCF, ended up playing the NCAA tournament the year before. So he was killed in that car wreck, and it was probably, it was a Division I head job. Most people would jump on it. I didn't want the job, under those circumstances. So, it was difficult. They did name me the interim coach, but. That year, and we ended up doing pretty good, but it was a very hard year. So, it shaped me from a standpoint of, in regards to, it just put a lot of things in perspective. I mean, and it just made me realize just the impact, because I saw the impact he had on his players, and the impact that we have as coaches, well beyond the court. So I've never forgotten it, and I don't ever want to go through it again, something like that. So, but because the road was tough.
What does it mean? Does it mean you to kind of almost kind of carry on Jerry's legacy?
Yeah. He was so beloved, and he was a fun guy. So it just, I think about him often. I do. I think about him often. They did a documentary on him. I still have that and watch that at times. And so he was just really, there were so many people that came back for his service here. So, but the administration at the time, Steve Sloan was the athletic director, and he was so supportive. So, but UCF was much smaller then, probably only about 15,000, 20,000 at the time. I don't know what you guys are at now, but it was a much smaller school at that time, and this building was not even here. This, we played in I guess where the volleyball team plays now. That was the main arena. So, but when I first drove back here a few years ago, I didn't even recognize the place. I couldn't even told you where it was. So It's really changed. And Dante Culpepper was the quarterback that put UCF on the map in football. I've never forgotten that. He would come to every game. So it was more intimate. I think people, now you guys have gotten real big, and I'm not saying it's still not, but at that time everybody knew everybody, and it was just, you just had a camaraderie at that time. That was really a lot of fun because Dante would come to our games, and it was a lot of fun.
What's the difference between the UCF basketball that you coach versus the UCF basketball that you saw out there on the court today?
Oh yeah, the way they're just bigger, they're skilled, and they're just stronger. It's way different. At that time UCF was in the TAC or the Atlantic Sun, which is Stetson was in that too. So it's just vastly different. I mean, they're just better skilled, and just their strength and their speed is so much higher than what it was back then. There's no comparison, none at all. And Satia's done a great job of bringing some really good high-level players here, very good players.
You've been in Stetson for a really long time.
Yeah.
Just what is it about this program that's kind of kept you around?
I like the intimacy of the university. I like the I do like the camaraderie, and everybody knows everybody, and that's what I enjoyed so much about UCF at that time. But I just think there's a commitment level at Stetson that our administration, they want us to be good. And I think in our conference we compete. We're one of the top teams in our league, and I think there's just a lot of support over there, a lot of support. So, and Florida's not a bad place to live either. It's not it's kind of nice, and it's got a good feel to it.
Who really stuck out to you on the UCF side at the court day? Caitlin Peterson ended up not being in the lineup.
Yeah.
So who ended up sticking out to you?
I really love the 21, the Gusters kid. She just does so many things, and 12 is really good. 12 to me is just the Rodriguez kid. She just does. She's got this savvy to her and this versatility. She's just hard to guard. And of course, the bigs are hard to guard. I mean, they command so much attention. Both of their bigs do, and all their bigs do. But I mean, they're just hard to guard. But I just really think, number 12 Rodriguez, she really does a lot of things that in regards to just her. I don't know. She just has a great skill set, But they've got a lot of good players, really good players. I mean, they're inside-outside game. They're balanced. They got outside-inside. They can beat you in a lot of different ways.
Given the way that things were balanced, what was your favorite UCF memory that you had?
When I was here.
When you were here.
When I was here, my favorite memory. There was so many good ones. I guess I don't know. My third year, we ended up winning the conference and playing the NCAA tournament. I still keep in touch with quite a few of those players. So I think. I think for me it was the whole experience of, when I got here and the circumstances that I came in under in regards to with Jerry passing and dying so tragically, and in a 3-year period, that team, a lot of those same kids turned it around, and we ended up winning the conference and playing in the state tournament. And for me, there was just a lot of satisfaction in that, and I was just really happy for those kids because they deserved it. They had been through a lot.
What do you learn from a game like this one as you move forward with the rest of your season?
Oh, I think there's a lot to learn here. I thought we played well in some spots. I thought we did some good things. I mean, we played against a very physical team. I thought it was good for us. I think we've got to, obviously playing a good team like them, you've got to be ready from the door. I thought they jumped on us. And, we haven't seen that kind of size and that kind of pressure on our schedule this year. So that, this was good for us. So I think, even we played at the University of Miami, and they had a big, but they weren't all so big like UCF is. So this is the first time we've seen that type of size. So I think for us it was good. Because they're a tough opponent. I mean, you've got to find ways to score, and you've got to be creative, and you got to be physical because they're very, very physical. Their defense is outstanding, and I think, Satia's done a great job, but I also got to give props to Mike Carey, the assistant coach. I worked for Mike at West Virginia University, and he's a defensive guy. He knows how to coach defense. I knew they would pressure, and that's what Mike does. So I think he's done a great job with the defense here.
All right, awesome. Best of luck with the rest of your season, Coach.
Thank you so much. Thank you all.